This is James Holder for Rifle TV in association with Macklin's Gym Marbella. With me I've got the body snatcher Dillian Whyte. It's been a little while since we've caught up. Well, I think the last time we saw you was after your win over Dave Allen. How have you been since then?
I feel like paying me, so I'm giving less interviews now.
Is that how it is now?
Yeah, you guys gotta start sponsoring me now.
You should be paying us. You've gone from
you should be sponsoring me.
Fighting on semi-decent shows to headlining big things.
I build the interviews though, so you guys should be fighting me, you know?
Okay.
Build these interviews, brother.
Let's talk a little bit firstly about what's been going on today on social media. We've seen a little bit to do with Sam Sexton. Potentially that fight was going to happen for the British title. Can you talk to me as to what's going on there?
Yeah, listen, Lam Sexton's talking a lot of rubbish, you know. Listen, at the end of the days, he offered me the fight when I was already fighting Dave Allen, which didn't make no sense. And then, so we said to him, the original plan was, I fight Dave Allen for the British title. Lam Sexton would have been the first defense, but then Lam Sexton created a lot of fuss and got a lot of problems, and then the board decided to let me and Allen fight for the title. So that's it. Then now he's saying, "No, I'm scared of him." This and that. I ain't scared of him. I ain't scared of nobody. He just I already had a fight in place. He can't offer me a fight while I had a fight in place. I took care of that fight. I had a break. I'm back now. Eddie says to me, "Raw, what do you think about fighting Lam Sexton?" I said, "Okay, I'll fight Lam Sexton." And so Eddie, I come back from there. Eddie said, "Yeah, the Lam Sexton fight's there. Do you want it?" I said, "Hell yeah, I want that fight. Get it made." You know, Eddie went to him, contacted his team, spoke about money, agreed the money is fine. Then he spoke about date. Then Lam Sexton started acting funny and saying, "Oh, I got same trainer as Liam Walsh, and he's got a fight on the 8th of October. I can't do the 8th of October." And Eddie said, "No problem." Eddie came back and talked to him and said, "Eddie, can't we do something?" And then Eddie said, "Oh, no worries, we'll switch the date to the 7th. So Eddie switched the date to the 7th. Then he went back to Lam Sexton and said, "Oh yeah, good news. We'll move the date to the 7th." And Lam Sexton's are saying, "Oh, I'm not sure. Let me think about it and get back to you." You know what I mean? He fought by it, and then he got back, and then all of a sudden he's got this injury. Why are you negotiating a fight and saying you want the fight if you have a non-injury? It doesn't make no sense. He just don't. Honestly, I think he don't want to fight because it's lambing season coming up. To be honest, I think he's gonna be busy lambing. You know.
You've obviously known and spent time with Sam Sexton in different camps, I'm led to believe, in Austria. What was it like when you sort of were training together with him? And have you sparred Sam before?
No, but I'll tell you a story about how this whole lamb thing come up. You know, Gggg's been to Austria before, so no, Austria, the hotel is the eco-friendly hotel, so there's like grass and fields and stuff on top of the roof and stuff. You know, and there's like a little area where you can integrate with the animals and feed them and stuff. No word of a lie, I'm not even joking. I'm laughing now, I'm not even joking. We spar Monday, Tuesday, rest Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. One Wednesday we all spar and that, so we're coming back, so I decided to take the long way around. I walk past this little area and I hear bah, bah, and I'm thinking, what the hell's going on? Is it a lamb is it a sheep in distress or something? So I open this door here to look inside. Sam's on his knees. And this lamb is in front of him and his trousers is by his ankles. But you know what the weirdest thing is, James? What freaked me out is the lamb was wearing pink wellies. That's what I can't get out of my mind. The lamb was wearing pink wellies and Sam was grabbing it by the wool and was getting mad at it. I said to him, I said, "Sam, what are you doing?" And he goes, "Oh, listen, like, you know, everyone's got a voice." He says, "Some people like drinking, some people like smoking, some people like taking drugs. My voice is lamb. I like lambing." And I was like, "Dude, that's weird, but whatever floats your boat, I'll leave you to it, innit?" And after I just left into it, and that's how the whole lamb thing come. That's why when I mentioned that he shags lamb, that's why he got so angry about it, you know what I mean? Because he thought I wasn't gonna say anything about it, but you know. But yeah, apart from that, he's alright, you know what I mean? He tried to run a business, it didn't work, you know what I mean? That's why he was distracted from boxing for a few years, because he was trying to go into some cafe restaurant thing, didn't work, so now he's trying to come back into boxing and try and get a bit of money and try and get his name back in the boxing. That's why he's railing up his mouth and calling me out and stuff like that, you know.
So is there any chance of that fight being in October for the British then? As
no.
you're concerned, is it completely...
He said he's injured, he says he's going to put him back a few weeks. So what what Lamb and the public should understand is these fights have to happen when they scheduled to happen, because if I don't fight him in October 7th, he's missed this slot. I gotta move on to the next fight, which is hopefully Del Bomb, you know what I mean? So, or someone else. So, you know, these guys have to take this fight. That's why I gotta give a bit of respect to Dave Allen, because he realized that if he didn't take the fight on July 30th, he would have missed this chance. And he took the fight and he fought. Unlike Sam, that's making all these excuses and talking like rubbish, you know what I mean? These guys gotta realize is when the opportunities present yourself, you gotta take it. What's he gonna do? Go back and fight some guy in a small hall show for $5,000 or something, you know what I mean? That's, you know, what's he gonna do? Go and fight Thomas Mazurek twice in a row. He been the distance twice with Mazurek. I knocked Mazurek out in 2-3 rounds or something. You know, is he doing fight journeyman and fight nobody? Who was he fought in the past couple of years? Just nobody. These guys have no real ambition and no real drive, and that's what the problem is with British heavyweight boxing. Now, I'm probably gonna miss the British heavyweight title because of Sam Sexton and his manager interfering and intervening with plans and stuff. You know, which is a shame, to be honest.
Dereck Chisora put out an Instagram video today stating that he would be happy to fill that slot for October in Scotland. What was your initial reaction to that video?
My initial reaction is Derek's just being an idiot, because Derek's saying all that no, but if I say yes to the fight, he would say no, or his team would say no, because you know what? The fight doesn't make business sense or tactical sense at the minute. What he needs to do is, instead of fighting in Stockholm and some small show against a nobody, fight in Glasgow on the undercard where I'm gonna fight, and that will make us closer, and that will build a massive fight in December, and that's what he should do. He ain't got no business sense. That's why he got offered 800 and something grand to fight Joshua and turn it down for Pulev for 100,000 euros. He ain't got no sense. He's quite stupid, really. But all he needs to do is stay at home. We're planning a big fight, me and him, December. And probably main event. We're trying to get the fight made anyway, so why don't you fight in the same show as me? We'll build a fight into a big fight and have a massive fight in December, me and him, and slug it out. Why is he gonna fight in Stockholm and some show against somebody who no one knows about and no one hears about? You know, everything is a time and a place and an expiry date for everything, and you have to work according to the promoters and the shows and the dates and the schedule that's in place. And what Dereck needs, you know what I mean, he's not going to step in and fight me for 20 or 30 grand, is he? Derek's very deluded, so he's going to think that, oh, fighting me in October, he deserves 100 or 200 grand or whatever, when that money's not in the pot. So he needs to realize and be realistic with himself, fight in the undercard, get a bit of change, knock out some journeyman or whatever, and then step up, and then me and him can have it in December with a proper build-up, proper fight atmosphere, and do a proper Saturday night fight, free and normal TV for the fans. You know what I mean? I want that fight to be free. I don't want that fight to be pay-per-view. I want it to be a free fight, me and him Saturday night, and get all the fans and that included, you know?
Where does this leave you with the British title then, and what opponent would be preference for you for October,
you know,
in Scotland?
In my honest opinion, this leave me as the British. They should award me the British title by default, to be honest, because I've been nominated 3 times for it now, and the 3 times I've been nominated for it, the guys haven't fought me. I fought for it once already, but there's no one else for me to fight for the British title, really, because Chisora is a December fight. That's a big fight. That's not a fight for now. Lamb Saxon don't want to fight because lambing season, he's gonna be busy lambing. And that's it. There's no one else to fight, really. All the other guys is going off the world title, or they're climbing the ranks or whatever, so they're not really interested in the British title. So the board should just award me the British title by default.
Will you be looking at maybe an international title then in October?
I have one already. I might just fight a ranking fight, and then just try and move on to European and world title honors. You know what I mean? And I would really want to win the British title, but every time it seemed to be something that's missing. You know what I mean? Like I said, this plan originally was fight Dave Allen for the British title, win it, have a defense with Lamb Saxon October, fight Chisora in December. That was my ideal plan. That was a plan that me and Eddie spoke about, and that's a plan that we tried to incorporate. But Lamb Saxon and his manager, they intervened, they got in the way, and then now their chance come to fight for the British title, they're running scared. You know, running scared. You know, he's probably got another lamb in his ass with wellies on. That's James. That's traumatized me. I couldn't believe it. Like, okay, a grown man shagging a baby lamb is terrible, but Why did the lamb add wellies on? I can't understand. Like, what does it do? Is that some kind of kink, or is that some sort of sexual pleasures? I don't understand. Could you think of anything why it would have wellies on?
I have no words for that one, I'm afraid, Dylan. I said we've obviously seen you trolling Ggg as well for the last 3 or 4 days on Twitter. What's been the reason and logic behind this, mate?
Ggg, listen, me and Gg's got a running joke going. You know, Ggg thinks he's the buffest man alive. Ggg thinks that he's so beautiful. You know, he thinks that he's Prince of Persia or something. But you know, Gg's funny, man. He sent me that picture. But I think where he is so hot, he looks dehydrated. His eyes look so black and stuff. So I was just having a joke and I said, you know what I mean, this is what happened after years of curry abuse. Kids just say no to curry. And I put, I want some curry. You know, just start dabbing up the curry. But no, me and Ggg, listen, we get good by me. Listen, I got nothing but love for Ggg. He's a funny guy. And you know what I mean? It's good when he can have banter with someone, you know what I mean, and have joke. That's me. I like having a laugh. I like messing about. You know what I mean? When it comes to fighting, I'll fight. But apart from that, you know what I mean, I like chilling and having a laugh with people and just getting to know people and giving my time to people. And, you know what I mean? Like I say, you and Gg's always giving me the time. So, you know, we got good banter and good relationship.
Do you feel you're on a collision course with Anthony Joshua?
Listen, everyone asks me this all the time. It's a natural fight, isn't it? That will happen. It's just a matter of time. And for me, like I said, I got other fights that I need to focus on and other fights that I will focus on. In the meantime, and I was rehabilitating myself and starting my conditioning and raising my game, physically as well as mentally. So yeah, of course, next year, 100%. But there's also other world title fights out there. I can go after another world title, win a world title, and come and unify it with him in a massive dust-up. If not, then I'm gonna get myself in manager position, or I just get a fight with him, and you know, I can't wait to get back in there and fight him again. Because when me and him meet, it's good. It's so much passion and hate and anger and violence and all sorts. You know what I mean? You know, so we'll make for a good fight when we'll meet.
What have you made of the speculation of his next opponents? Obviously, Parker's in the frame. The likes of Bermain Stavern has been mentioned. Even Povetkin. What do you make of them three as potential opponents for Joshua?
They're good opponents. I don't think you should fight Povetkin yet, though. But Parker and Stavern, they're good fights. I think you know what I mean. I think Parker is the worst of all of them, to be honest. You know, I think Parker, he's not bad, but I think Parker's defense is terrible. Parker ain't got no defense. Parker, you know, and to fight Joshua, you either need to be tough or strong or have some sort of defense or boxing savvy. And I don't think Parker, he's not a particularly big, massive puncher. But, you know, listen, he's mandatory and he's undefeated, so, you know what I mean, he will bring a lot of hunger to that drive and desire to the fight. But I don't think he's going to fight him next. I think Parker is a next year fight.
What do you reckon of Bermain Stavern as an opponent?
Stavern's a good one, because Stavern is tough. He can box, and he's had he's had 2 losses, isn't he? Two or one?
He lost his world title to Deontay Wilder, so that would be 1 loss.
Didn't he lost to someone before that though?
I might have to have a look off the top of my head, Dill.
It could be Adana Stevenson that lost. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just mixing up because they're both from Haiti. Yeah, you know what I mean, he's had 1 loss, you know what I mean, but he seemed to drift a bit though. He seemed to, like, since he lost the title, he hasn't really been fighting, or he just seems to just be in limbo, you know what I mean, like a lot of heavyweights just seem to they lose once or they lose twice and they just go in limbo. They just lose ambition and drive and desire, and they just, you know, people don't want to fight no one want to take any chance, any risk. No one want to risk losing, because, you know, a lot of guys is mentally fragile, mentally soft, so they can't come back from a bad performance or a bad defeat, you know. And that's the sports. There's ups and downs in sports, and that's it. You know what I mean? If you look at the whole of boxing history, there's only a few guys. It's probably about 5% of all boxing history that guys that's retired and defeated. You know.
Some big fights coming up, notably 2 weeks away from Ggg Golovkin coming over to take on Ggg Brook. Massive fight here, massive fight on the world scene. What are your thoughts on that?
It's a massive fight. Obviously, Kel worked around quite heavy, and he looks quite strong. Since I've seen some videos and stuff of him, he looks quite strong. But I don't think Golovkin's a better operator at the weight. It's all good moving up to the weight, because what you can remember is those little guys, they walk around at a certain weight and they cut down or fight at a certain weight for a reason. Whether that reason being physical advantage or you just faster, stronger, and move better at that weight, are more energy efficient at that weight. They move down at that weight and fight for a reason. If you watch one at 14 stone or 13 stone, why don't you fight at 14 stone or 13 stone? He comes down 2-3 stones to fight. So Golovkin actually fights at that weight. He's been at that weight for a long time, and he's very strong, and he, you know what I mean. But saying that, also Golovkin does get hit a lot though. No one knows how hard Ggg Brook really punches, but I just can't see him beating Golovkin at the minute, in my opinion. Obviously, he didn't have to, if he uses his jab a lot and the uppercut, Golovkin's open for those punches, in my opinion. But when you're fighting somebody that and they're hitting you round after round after round, when you fight someone like, you have to be careful every second, every round. He can't make no mistake. Whilst Golovkin can make mistakes and still come back and win. But if Kel makes any mistake or lose concentration for 1 or 2 seconds, that could be the end of it for him. And Golovkin's a good head and body puncher as well.
What have you made of the Tyson Fury, Vladimir Klitschko situation? There seems to be loads of people throwing dirt on Tyson Fury from all different directions, and for one reason or another, we're still sort of waiting official news as to regards to the fight. What have you made of this whole situation?
I don't know. It must be frustrating for both guys. If it must be frustrating for Fury, just being crowned new world champion and having all these things hanging over him, don't know whether he's fighting or whether he's not fighting. And obviously Vladimir losing his title, and obviously he must be super frustrating for him because he's been at the top for so long, and to now he's just like a normal fighter now. He's just like everyone else. He's just like every other heavyweight out here now. He's not the man anymore, so it must be quite frustrating and hard for him at the minute, you know, not knowing when he's fighting, what's happening, whether Tyson will fight him or not. So you know, I can't really comment on it too much. It must be a difficult position for both men to be, and I don't think Tyson really cared because he's used to people trying to put dirt in his name or trying to say stuff to him or whatever. I don't think he really cares. He just gets on with it, in it, whatever is whatever sort of thing with Tyson, you know. You've
been in Klitschko's training camp a lot. What do you make of Klitschko's team, and how do you get on with Bert Bonte?
Ben's alright. He's just a guy, innit? He's a little guy with lots of power. He's a small guy with like a lot of small guys. A small guy with a lot of power. He throws it around a bit. So sometimes you have to just let them know. Listen, you might have a lot of power, but you're still a small man. You need to just chill out. You know what I mean? So I say, but apart from that, he's an alright guy. You know what I mean? Vladimir's got superb physio, although got good trainer, Jonathan Banks. And Vlad's the ultimate professional, you know what I mean? He's very professional in the way he conducts his camp and sparring and everything. He's very meticulous, you know what I mean? He likes things to be done this way, and that's it, you know. You go there, you have to use these gloves, you have to get to the gym at this time, you have to work out, you know what I mean? Because a lot of guys go there and it's a nice hotel, they chill out, they don't train in their shop, out of shape, and then they get knocked out. Same at Sexton. I actually see him get knocked out in training camp before with Vladimir. His nose actually broke. His nose that had to break his nose and straighten his nose back for him. You know? So that's what I'm saying. I've seen him get knocked out with 20-ounce sparring gloves on, like proper knockout. I mean, flat in his face, and I had to like literally lift him up, sat down on the floor and started talking to him till he come around, you know what I mean? I've seen that happen to many guys since I've been going there, but you know, Vlad's professional, he conduct himself a certain way, and that's that, you know what I mean? But he's got a good team. So when you're at that level, you have the best of everything, don't you? You know what I mean? And him and his brother have been at that level for a long time, and they just got their routine, and that's it.
So what and how will you sort of go about looking for opponents? Will you now tell Eddie sort of a list of guys that you would like? Will he suggest people to you?
No, he will suggest people. I'll come up with a list as well. Obviously, we look to the rankings and see, because I don't really want to fight guys that's way behind me. You know, a lot of guys do that, but I'm trying to go forward. Even if it's baby step, even if this guy is one precision in front of me or something, I don't care. Still forward. But we'll see. What's happening lately is opponents keep not committing. I keep committing and then keep pulling out, coming and pulling out, and maybe Eddie ain't paying him enough money or whatever, you know what I mean? The thing is, when people fight me, there's a good chance that you will get hurt, and you will get hurt badly. So people want to get paid properly, and I don't blame them. They want to get paid properly. So maybe Eddie just needs to put another zero in their paycheck or something like that. I just try and tie the guys down, because what's happening in the last 2 fights, I ended up fighting a cruiserweight at the last minute who just wanted to move when they wanted to fight, and then after I end up managing to talk Dave Allen into taking the 5 weeks out, 3 weeks out, or whatever, you know, from. So, you know, I just need a decent heavyweight who's gonna come to fight. You know what I mean? Somebody who's gonna be in the pocket with me and try and work, try and trade, and I just get to put somebody's lights out. You know.
The fact that you're struggling to get opponents, does that make you admire and have a bit more respect for someone like Dave Allen? The fact that he did step up to give you that fight at late notice.
I admire and respect everyone, but you know, I mean, he never really had much stress, really easy. What's he gonna do? You know, go and fight someone in a small venue or fight me, and did what he did, survived, went the distance. You know what I mean? He's you know what I mean? He's a tough guy. You know what I mean? He's quite tough. I get it to him. He survived and go the distance. Now his stock's raised. There's more possibility of him getting bigger fights now off the back of that. You know, and improving himself at that level. You know, he proved himself by going the distance with me. So, you know, it's good. Well done. And even though, well, my main target in that fight was to go the distance, test my condition and my fitness. Like, I'd never been 10 rounds before. I wanted to see what it was like to take instructions going into the 9, 10, 8, 9, 10 rounds. I wanted to see what it was like if I could take those instructions and follow them through what my trainer wanted me to, and have to control my aggression and control myself and conduct myself in a professional manner. And you know, I was able to do it to a certain extent. So I was happy with it. I was more than happy with going to 10 rounds. If you notice the build-up week of the fight, you guys are saying, "Oh yeah, are you gonna do this?" I said, "Well, we'll see. Yeah, you know, it'd be nice to get a distance, blah blah blah." Because as an heavyweight, there's certain things you need to do. You know, and it's all good knocking everyone out, but you need to be able to jab, you need to be able to move, you need to have some sort of defense, you need to be, you know what I mean, you need to have fitness, you need to, you know, and those things only come with experience. And like I said, I've experienced going 10 rounds now, and now it's just like, oh, 10 rounds, piece of piss, you know.
Alright, well listen Dylan, I appreciate you giving me a bit of your time today. As I said, it's good to get you back on the channel. It's been a good couple of weeks, so don't leave it so long. As I said, we do appreciate your updates.
No, I told you, I need the sponsor. You gotta start sponsoring me, man. You gotta give me sponsored by AFL. I put it right there. Little one.
You still got the money from Cool Runnings.
You still got the money from Cool Runnings.
You still got it put away. For those that don't know, we are referring to Dylan's alter ego, aka Your Brenner. So,
it's stashed.
Yeah. Have you kissed a lucky egg recently?
No, I don't kiss egg. My egg come from foal's ass, from chicken's bottom, man. I'm not kissing no egg. I give it to you to kiss. Lucky egg. What was I gonna say? Yeah, listen, man. You know what it is? With everything's got time and then place, and that's it. I can't just keep doing an interview every week. It does my nutting. You know what I mean? Listen, I like doing it, but sometimes it does my nutting. You know what I mean? Sitting down here. Talking all the time. I like to chill sometimes, man. You know, you gotta make sure what you say makes sense and speak sense. You don't just keep ranting about some other bollocks, you know.
I thought you liked talking.
You're an idiot, you know. I should have beat you up in a video. I should have beat you. I should have taken the camera and just beat you up in this video.
Alright, enough jokes. I appreciate you giving us a bit of time today, and we'll catch you again real soon. Thank you, Dylan.
No worries, man. Hey, stop it. What?